Hey guys, how are you all doing? It is Jafmasterflash. Welcome back. So, we are back with my team, CleverBoy Racing. It is Season 2. So, Season 2, Race 1, and that can only mean we're back in Australia, in the wonderful land of Oz. The good thing is, after me not knowing what to do with my teammate, because at the time my teammate was Nick DeVries, I decided to go for George Russell. George Russell, he stunned me, and then I went and got myself an even better teammate than Russell. I went and picked myself up Lando Norris. Lando Norris come and joined for 10 million, which was good really, because I finished 4th in the constructors afterwards. If you followed and watched back through last season, a little flurry of wins and second places towards the end of last season, and that was enough to push me into 4th place in the constructors. So 38 million was the prize money. So I managed to get myself a nice new teammate. Hopefully we'll get into Q2, both of us. And not just that, managed to upgrade the aero department, the chassis department, and also the powertrain department, which was nice. So we'll have plenty of upgrades as well. Problem is, we've got to do well to get the R&D, and with the regulation changes of the aero department, it's going to be a tricky season. It is. It's not going to be as easy as last season, I don't think. So let's go forward, best foot forward, and see what we can do. I absolutely love Australia. I really do. For a season opening circuit, it's really good.
Ready for another year of my soothing voice over the radio? If not, you can tell me to shut up at any time. It'll hurt my feelings, but I'll understand.
I love it how it's the first day back and Jeff is already cracking jokes. His soothing voice. I'd just be happy if he got the weather forecast right. So we've got a beautiful qualifying as normally as a normal occurrence in Australia, as well as a nice race weekend. Okay. Oh, it looks like we've had some driver movements as well. That's telling me about Grosjean retiring, but it looks like Bottas has gone to Ferrari. Strange. And it looks like Vettel is now at Mercedes. Does that look right? No, that doesn't look right to me. But we'll soon find out. But let's go and get into practice 1. And the good thing is, we have got full engine components. We've not got any bad ones, not yet. So this season I'm working on the chassis on the aero side and also the durability side. Powertrain, I am literally sat second in the tree for engine, so I'm not too bothered about that at all. So it's just all going to be about working on the on the aero and chassis side of it. The sky looks a little bit dark. Really do. Has Jeff gone and got the weather wrong again? Has he really? Has Jeffrey cocked up straight away? So let's go and load the old Oz setup. If you guys want the Oz setup or want any help with setup at all, drop me. If you guys are not watching now and you're watching later on, make sure you leave a comment and say, yeah, I want help with the setup, and I will happily post them.
At some point before qualifying, let's get our track acclimatization program complete. It'll help us identify any specific problem areas on the circuit. Don't push the car just yet. Track is
It's a lack of rubber.
Try and take it easy for the first couple of laps.
So yeah, like I said, I love Oz. The fact that I'd saved a lot of R&D points as well towards the end of last season helped. 2 major upgrades for the chassis, which was nice. So in theory, this car has had 4 new upgrades in the off season, Like I said, the engine in this car, the powertrain in this car, is I'm sat second in the table, only behind Mercedes themselves. So it's all good. It really, really is. I should have checked the leaderboards to make sure that find out it would definitely change, because I got a new teammate, Lando Norris, or Lando Norri. He's now part of CleverBoy, and hopefully, like I said, we'll get out of Q1, both of us. I mean, with the engine, we should get out of Q1 alone, but as I found out last season, the engine just doesn't make the car. It's
Approaching the DRS zone. Watch your MFD.
all the other bits that go with it. And going forward, I will not be focusing all my eggs in one basket like I did. Considering how this car drove here when I first got in it, this car is absolutely amazing. It's by far not the finished article. It isn't. And I'm not, naive enough to know that this car is not going to get better as time progresses, but right now this car feels absolutely awesome. And really lose it on this last corner if you aren't careful. And we don't want to do that.
Great stuff. You've pretty much nailed this circuit. This is a really strong foundation to build from over the weekend.
Not a fan of the hard tyres around here, but it looks like we will be using the hards. Drifting around that corner then. Saved him though. And that's what I love as well. Like I said, the more you drive it, the more you can understand when the grip goes. You just have to be really careful. So I'm too slow coming out. I think that's turn 7. Turn 8 maybe. It's okay though. Sometimes these gates practices are frustrating because even though they determine what the best line is for you, and sometimes it's not always the best line.
That's fantastic. You obviously have a really good understanding of this circuit.
I think last time we was here, I was only 185 miles an hour through the speed trap, I think. Okay, let's see if I can do a little bit better. So I just purpled that set there, which is nice. Let's see about going a little bit faster, shall we? Slow it right. Now, it's because of the way that corner is situated, you have to slow it down to be able to take it a lot easier. So I'm slow in those two corners. That's okay though. Drop down the gears too quick there. And that is the practice program over.
Program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can talk you through the numbers.
The brilliant thing for me already is though that, like I said, it's a new season. I don't know what type of fuel mode Vettel is on. I really don't. But he's on the medium tyre. I'm on the hard, and the white striped harder tyre is a lot slower than the medium. So things are looking good at the minute.
2 laps of fuel remaining. Right, come in at the end of this lap.
Things are looking really good at the moment, which I'm happy about. Oh, and my teammate has just gone P3 as well on the same set of tyres. So the car is there.
Come in this lap, please. Box this lap.
And the car
When
is
driving
ready.
with the pit assist disabled, you'll need to be mindful of your speed when entering the pit lane. If you hit the limiter line too fast, you'll pick up a penalty. Watch the on-screen prompts that show your target speed and distance to the limiter line.
So I'm really happy at the moment. Really happy. So far, so good. I'm still bottom of the pit lane though, am I? No, I'm not. Yes, I am. Damn it. I much prefer to be at the top, but then you've got to win the championship to be at the top and kick Mercedes out of their own garage. Never mind, that'll happen one day. It'll be interesting to see what the Mercedes, Bottas and Hamilton, what they do. So we'll have a look at the table now, see what we've got. Yeah, okay, so that's the thing, see, it doesn't say
So
who they're
far,
with.
our fastest lap is a 1:25.2.
Okay, so Hamilton, he's still a Mercedes. Obviously, Norris, Williams, Danny. Latifi joined Haas. He probably joined Haas to replace the retiree of Grosjean. Stroll is still where he is. K-Mag is still where he is. Kvyat is still where he is. Giovinazzi is still where he is. And then that's all up on circuit at the moment. Okay. Wonder who they got to see, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. Norris was 2/10 off Hamilton. I'm happy with that. I mean, I know I've said
I know it's tempting to focus entirely on the race, but we should put a bit of time aside to run the qualifying sim program. Try to run it before the end of FP3 if you can.
okay, so my ex-teammate, Nicky De Vries, he is here, and Jordan King is here as well. So I'm wondering, are either of those driving for Williams? Anyway, we will find out another day. Let's go and do some tyre management.
Checks complete.
Got a good feeling about this race. I really have. I've got a really good feeling. So Ocon stayed with Renault, just like Danny Rick. So who would that leave then? There's one spot at Williams. Who was the other spot? Who else was missing off that grid? Was it Albon? Gasly, maybe? Don't know. Just gonna slow it down a little bit. Of course, this is the season now where the Alpha, the Haas, the Ferrari has the slower engine. I've re-signed with Mercedes, same as I did first season. Danny Rick went faster on the mediums. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, so let's save the tires. Oh, I want to avoid as many lockups as you can, especially when you're in a tire program. I want to get off that grass as well. Everything's looking good though. Not pushing it, not using anything other than normal engine mode so far, so I'm not using the rich engine mode, not even using my ERS, and I'm already 1.1 seconds up, and that's probably about the difference between the white and yellow tire, and then probably the same differences again to the red tire.
Okay, test complete, and that was a very good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that.
And another reason why I'm happy is because I know, okay, time trials are not 100% respective of your time. In time trials, you don't get to use ERS, and you don't get to use the other engine modes other than just normal or standard, as they call it. But I managed to do a 120.6, and my best lap time so far is a 124.1. So I know that push come to the shove, I've got another 2.7 to 3 seconds more pace.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
But we'll see. Let's get out of the way for this guy. Not sure who it is. It's Latifi and the Haas. Okay, so there's Perez. Again, Perez P5 on the hards. Racing Point, I was going to call them Force India then. It's a blast from the past. The Racing Point car has had an upgrade. Has had an upgrade as well. That's why Stroll is P3 and Perez is P5. They're running the Mercedes engine. So yeah, it's all good. Roll on Friday as well, guys. Nice treat for you. Dirt 5. We'll be streaming that bad boy as soon as I can get it. Probably not going to stream now until Friday. I've got a league race coming up on Thursday night. So I'll be using Wednesday to practice for that. And Thursday then, into the league race. We are racing at Canada. So that should be fun. That should be fun indeed. Okay, let's have a look at
So
the time.
far, our fastest lap is a 1 minute 24.1.
Oh, fair play, he was quick in there. He's quicker in that Renault. Jordan King. Who's he driving for then? He's out on track now. Ah, McLaren. Ah, right, okay, so he must be not Lando's replacement. And then Nick De Vries must be Latifi's replacement at Williams. Yeah. Okay, that would explain it then. I was thinking, but fair play. This you'll find that the times are all over the place. I mean, all right, Verstappen, Bottas, and
Quick note about tyres.
I've not set a time yet,
We have
but
to return the 2 most worn sets at the end of this session. They're gone forever at that point, so be careful how and when you use them, and don't waste any sets that you might need later on.
but yeah, we're last season where it was
Mechanics,
quite.
Please stand clear. We're ready to go.
Jess, how you doing, mate? How are you doing? Yeah, like I said, like we're last season where it was quite like Verstappen, Hamilton, Leclerc, Bottas, Albon, 1 to 6. This season it isn't going to be like that. How you doing, mate? Fantastic result for you yesterday, buddy. Really, really good. Jess joined ABR Racing League and made his debut yesterday in the old Renault car, and he absolutely smashed it as well, considering it was his debut race at Spa. It was awesome, fair play. Congratulations, mate. I don't know as well whether I've broken my steering wheel. For some reason my DRS keeps switching off. Not sure whether that's my fault. There you go, it's switching off again. Oh, it's an actual bug. I'm going to have to check on that because that's only going to get worse. And without a button box, I can't bind my DRS to anything else. Okay, so let's go and save some fuel. $196 miles an hour for an F1 car on that straight isn't really that fast, so there is a lot of room for improvement. A hell of a lot of room for improvement. Yeah, mate, I'm good. I am really good. Took a bit of your advice as well. I actually did quite a few laps of Australia in time trial earlier, and I posted a time, tried to get faster, couldn't get faster, so I actually went up against your Ghost in time trial, and yeah, managed to find 7/10 just following your Ghost. There's a lot more to improve, but I managed to drop a 120.6 just following your Ghost.
Program complete and a job well done.
And I was well happy with that, I gotta be honest.
Run, so come on back to the garage and I can talk you through the numbers.
But I could see where I was going wrong. But like, bearing in mind, Jess's time is like a 1:19.1, I think, and my time was a 1:20.6. So that goes to show you just on how quick Jess is around Australia. Just goes to show you, trust me, when I say Jess is quick regardless of the circuit. I think he holds the world record as well. Where's it, Jess? Did you have a world record the other day? Zandvoort? He is quick. Hella quick.
There's 3 laps of fuel. Okay, we can take it.
Coming in. I'm coming in. I'm coming in. I gotta be honest. I was so negative towards this car last season. Australia. Yeah. If you can imagine from playing F1 2019 and so busy as the Mercedes team, just winning and winning and winning, and then when you get into a car that you can't win in, because obviously you're building it, you're making it as you go along, it was really winding me up, and I think that's what cost me a lot of mistakes last time out. Doesn't matter, mate. It's still a world record, and you ought to be proud of it. You really do, mate. Yeah. Thanks for that, mate. I didn't think think of that. I just naturally assumed that that me being heavy-handed broken my wheel. But no, I will double check that, because I was playing with the brake calibrations earlier, because I'd also read somewhere that if you make sure that your brake saturation is up high, it helps with braking, so you haven't got to be so forceful, down on the pedals. So let's have a look with old Lando Norris. He's P9, and that is the highest my teammate have ever been. Is P9. Is he out on track? Is he out on track? He is. See? And he's on a... He done a 28.1, and what did I do? A 28.1. So he's... Wait, he's quicker than me. He's quicker than me in sector 1. He really is. He really is. Sector 2. I did a 22.4. He did a 22.7. This might put him second now. And he's 200th in the speed trap, whereas I was only 196. So I'm probably braking way too early. Here he comes across the line. What do you do? He's slow in sector 3. Doesn't have to put in P6 though. I've got a good feeling.
In the speed trap, 196.9 miles per hour.
I've got a really good feeling about this season. Yes, there you look. Here he is, my teammate Lando Norris. Yeah, hopefully it helps, mate. And then, like I said, if it don't, it just means that I've got to talk nicely to the wife, and I know what the wife will say. No. Tyler, how you doing, mate?
It's time to remind ourselves of our top 3, who are Joker, Albon, and Lewis Hamilton. What an incredible practice session. The fun doesn't stop here, though.
Yeah, buddy, I'm all good. I really am. I'm really looking forward to this season. Got high hopes for this new My Team season. And yeah, the week is just looking up and up. My second league race on Thursday. We're racing in Canada. So yeah, it's all good. It really is. Then you were racing then Saturday, Singapore? No. Yeah, Singapore. It's going to be a toughie. Singapore is always a difficult one, though.
Welcome back. I hope you're rested and ready for the new season.
Carl,
I don't think we really got the most out of the team last year. The car didn't really improve as I would have liked. Let's try and do better this time.
Carl, mate, you're the one in charge of all the R&D You're in charge of all the R&D departments. The amount of parts I had come back failed last season is not my fault, mate. It honestly, don't put too much pressure on yourself, mate. You know, first turn, first corner accidents, it's notorious. It always happens. Just try not to dwell on it, and wherever you come, mate. It's frustrating when you get taken out on the first, on the first corner. Hopefully, Deluxe will be there as well this weekend, so that'll,
Let's get a few laps under our belt.
It's pressure, mate. Pressure gets to you. It really does. It was not just to you. Pressure happens to everybody. I always put myself under a lot of pressure, and there's been times where I have literally just stuffed it up so bad. It's like I raced last week in Spain, my debut race. It was a soaking wet track. I managed 12 laps with a 50% race before I just spun it into a wall. Lost all grip in the car and spun it. It happens, mate. It really does. Okay, so I remember the 124.1 last time. Maybe we'll see just on how. If we can go a little bit faster this time out. But this is the ERS deployment. Okay. Let's see what type of. So I managed to go a lot faster that time. That was me using the ERS mode all down the back straight, which to only be .5 miles per hour off Norris. Lando must have been using it all down the back straight, so keep it there, regen. Prefer it when somebody knocks that post out of the way. Too deep. Oh, I thought that was going to be an invalidated that was going to be a validated lap then.
Okay, test complete, and that was a very good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that.
I did. I went a little bit faster as well. So I did a 123.9. Which is sweet. Something is not right with. Do you know what? When I was doing the thumbnail for the live stream earlier, I was looking at the car and I was thinking, I don't know, something doesn't look right. I got 3 sponsors and something just doesn't look right. And
there's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
It must be because I've kept the 3 sponsors and TriStar is my main sponsor. It must just automatically revert to your main sponsor, because I had Seren is another sponsor of mine on the front wing, and then I had Pinati. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. That's how I'm pronouncing it. On the rear wing, but as you can see, it says TriStar. So, damn, I have to have a look at that. Don't want to be upsetting sponsors. What did you guys think of yesterday's race at Imola? Yeah, that's another thing. With Singapore, it is notoriously bad for weather. It rains a hell of a lot. It really does. It really, really does. But honestly, Ty, just every race as it comes, mate. Don't dwell on the mistakes that you made, and just head down, go for it. Okay, so we're gonna go and do the race strategy. 5 laps. Hopefully we'll
I know
put
it's
that one.
tempting to focus entirely on the race, but we should put a bit of time aside to run the qualifying sim program. Try to run it before the end of FP3 if you can.
See, when I brought Lando in, he instantly jumped from like 75. He's up on like about 89 now because of all the little perks and little things I've done in the second driver suite.
Our best lap so far is a 1 minute 23.9.
But Lando is up there as a second tier driver. But Nick De Vries, before he left me, wasn't that bad either. He was definitely on par with George Russell and Latifi and Magnussen. But I gotta be honest, Jordan King, I've come out of nowhere, considering there are better driver stats other than him. Like
We're 5th in the speed trap.
Eilert, Schumacher, Schwartzman, even I've got to probably really kill and rate his name. Nohitsushito? He's an F2 driver as well. He drives for Carlin in this version of the game. And yeah, he was much better placed than Jordan King. So it's quite strange how King is in the seat rather than... Ton, how you doing, mate? How are you doing? Yes, mate, I'm doing good. Yeah, Jess. Up until what happened to Verstappen, it really was boring. It's a shame that happened to Verstappen. It really was, but Lewis just showing his masterclass and making those tyres last him. And, you know, fair play. Bottas was unlucky, man. Did you see, have you seen the piece of debris that they pulled out from underneath Bottas's car? I read a piece from Bono and James Allison, the Mercedes guys, and they were saying that the sensors was going off all over Bottas's car, and they didn't believe the sensors because it was that bad. And that piece of wing or floor must have been wing, because you know, if he came off the Ferrari, they don't paint the underside of their floors, do they, other than black. So yeah. But no, I enjoyed it up until what happened. You know, after what happened to Max, I was gutted for Russell. Easy mistake to make though. You know, dropping it on the curb, dropping it on the cold tyres under a restart. It's easily done. And then what happened to Albon? I think, unfortunately, as much as I didn't want it to happen, and many race fans out there doesn't want it to happen, I think that was the moment that Albon's contract went out the window. You know, absolutely gutting for him. But knowing what Red Bull are like and how ruthless they are, they're not going to stick with a driver who, unfortunately, it looks just like Albon can't cut it. And if rumours are to be believed, that Helmut Marko really wants Nico Hülkenberg in that car, because he believes Hülkenberg can...
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
...handle the disappointment of being beaten week in, week out by Verstappen, whereas Perez might not be able to handle it. Just like when Ocon was driving for Racing Point in the beginning, Checo couldn't handle Ocon being the younger up and coming driver, beating him week in, week out. So for that very reason, Red Bull, if Helmut Marko has his way, and rumours are to be believed, Nico Hülkenberg will be at Red Bull. And I gotta be honest, it's amazing how that man has never been on the podium. You know. Oh, nasty lock up. Nasty. But then you could say the same for Kevin Magnussen.
Great lap.
You know.
Nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
I think this year, or the last few years, has been F1's been the story. It's all about the youngsters. All about the youngsters. I mean, apart from the weekend, you know, you got Russell, Norris, Leclerc. What those guys are all doing in the cars, you know, when you look at the likes of Grosjean, Magnussen, you know, I mean, Ocon, he had a lot of stick when he first came back at the start of the season, but he looks, apart from the few DNFs that he've had lately, not through his fault, through the Renault engine of that car giving up. He's had a few good races. Obviously, Danny Rick has done better. The old honey badger.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
Focus, Jeff. Focus like a focused person. Ferrari's still quicker on the soft tyres. considering. There's the invalidation. It's okay. You only need 3 laps of this. You do 5 just to try and get you the purple award, and it's all good. Fine margins, fine lines. And that's what it is in F1. Stay there.
Okay, you weren't quite good enough that lap. Try again.
I'm trying. Went a lot faster as well down the back straight, so that was good news. Wonder if Claire's going to ask me about the little scrape I had on the wall. She's going to bring that up, that's for sure. That was close. Sometimes you can take that corner, cut that corner too much, and then onto the next corner you get instantly thrown into the...
Program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can talk you through the numbers.
You get thrown into the sand barrier, a sand trap. Kvyat and Leclerc with the 122s. Damn.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
Shut it, Jeff.
Box this lap, please. Box this lap.
I'm coming in, Jeff.
Understood. Stopping this lap.
I'm happy where I'm sat though. Just need to find it a little bit faster. I haven't checked the softs on yet, so it'll be interesting to see if Leclerc is second with a 122.8. I'm probably going to be needing low 121. Yeah, I think he does. Grosjean has a few as well. Believe it or not, Grosjean's had his best days back in 2010-2011 season. That's when Grosjean was at his peak, when he was a younger driver. I think after that huge crash he caused at I think it was Spa, when he effectively ruled Alonso out of a championship. I think it was 2012. It was a huge crash. He got a one race ban for that. Grosjean did. After that he was never the same. never the same after that. And then yeah. Ooh, that's an awesome question, mate. It really is.
We're 7th in the speed trap, 202.2 miles per hour.
There's two ways that you can look at it. So the first way I'm going to look at it is from Bottas's point of view. I think he was struggling with his tyres. He would have been probably made aware of the fact that he had issues with that. I don't know if you saw that piece of car that they took out from underneath Bottas's floor. Piece of, I think it was a Ferrari car. It was quite a big square piece, and they didn't believe the actual sensors. The sensors was going off. He was losing downforce, causing his tyres to grain even more. So, and they said it happened around lap 2. So, I just think at that point, Bottas's tyres were cooked,
From oversteer,
or close to being
you would
cooked.
get oversteer if the
So,
tyres lose grip before the front.
You got that on the one hand, but then on the other hand, him coming in to get new tyres,
tweak with negative camber or towing can
and then them opting to keep Lewis out there would have probably really upset him. It would have upset me as a driver, whether he was in the championship or not. I think Mercedes work on who's ever out in front gets the call, gets the strategy call. Bottas at that point was out in front. So what they should have done was box Lewis straight after they did for Hamilton, but they never. From Hamilton's point of view, you know. He switched it on when he needed to. He made those tyres last. Everybody was complaining of tyre wear. And from another point of view, it doesn't matter, you know, like James Allison then, the strategy guy, he doesn't care what driver comes in first and what driver comes in second. They just are fully focused on getting both their cars across the line. But on the other hand, maybe Lewis has a bit of seniority because he is so far in the championship. You know, I think he only needs 11 points. If Bottas finishes 3rd or below in the next race, that's it. Lewis is champion 7 times. So if I was Bottas, I'd be really upset. But I can also see why they did it as well. Yeah. That would, looking at what they did to Bottas, probably would make Bottas look like a number 2 driver rather than a number 1. But, you know, fair play to Hamilton for keeping those tyres alive and doing what he did. And, you know, with that VSC, he was lucky. There is no other way. I think if that VSC hadn't come out, I still believe Lewis would have definitely came out in front of Bottas, I think. But because of the massive damage that he had to his floor, I think Verstappen would have still overtaken Bottas, and then I think it would have been more of a fight between Bottas and more of a fight between Verstappen and Hamilton, rather than how it transpired. But that VSC car, it came perfectly for Hamilton. It really, really did. But yeah, if I was the man Bottas, I'd be really sad, really gutted. But then maybe they'll look at it and, you know, I think maybe they'll. I know one year, Lewis had about 3 races to go and he'd wrapped up the championship, and then Bottas went on to win every other race then thereafter. Maybe that's what'll happen. Who knows? Who knows? But we won't, regardless of whatever your thoughts are on Hamilton, I think at the moment we are watching history in the making. Every race that Hamilton wins from year on out, he's raising the bar. How he's got the ability to keep those tyres alive when everybody else is quite
The session
clearly
has drawn to a close,
struggling
so
on
let's
them.
review our top three: Fiat, Leclerc, and Carlos.
And he also
And if today's practice is anything to go by, we're in for an exceptional weekend of Formula One.
in any type of sport, whether it's racing to football to rugby union to American football, you need skill, and you need 80% skill and 20% luck, and Hamilton just got so lucky yesterday with that VSC car, and that's it, and that's what makes it, I think. It'd be interesting to see what he does with his new contract, whether he signs or not.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it.
She's going to mention the wall.
Who would you say is your biggest rival at the moment?
Okay, so last time I said Verstappen, I lost. I'm not going Hamilton or Bottas. I'm going to say Vettel to be on the safe side, because I know that's going to be the slower car out of all of them.
You put in a lot of time on the track today. Was there a reason for this? You left some body.
I knew she was going to mention
Struggling
it.
for grip.
Nothing that won't buff out. I'm going to no comment that, because whatever way I answer it,
Great. Well, that's everything.
it's going to be deemed or seen as negative, and I don't want that to happen. But yeah, I'm sure it's turn 7, turn 8 maybe, where I'm getting all the issues from. So we're going to do the quali lap, see where we are, fast forward it, get into qualifying, and then get on to the race, hopefully. Well, I'm really looking forward to it, especially to see if my teammate can get out of Q1. That'd be really nice. I'd be really chuffed if that happens. Really chuffed.
Good to see you again. Hope you're ready for another crack at the championship. I'll be on the wall as always, feeding you only the finest premium information.
Oh, Jeff. What are you lying for, mate? Finest premium information. Every time he tells me about the weather, he lies. Jeff, the weatherman. He lies. He lies. Okay, so qualifying pace 11th or above. It's a bit. I wish they'd tell you the time that you need to beat before you get into it. Drive out.
Okay, the track is green right now, so take a few laps to get the tyres up to temperature. Try and feel your way around.
I mean, even though there's a little bit of blue sky, the screen still looks dark. No, the sky still looks dark, so it looks like it's cloudy. So I need to beat a 1:22.0. Okay. So basically I need to be on it. Hoping that the car can do it though. I shouldn't see no reason why the car can't do it. should be able to do it. Famous last words. Going too deep into that corner one. It's no good for man or beast. This is the first time I've really been able to test the car at speed. As long as it stays green. I'm happy with that. Because obviously when we get into quali as well, we'll have our extra little bit of engine mode. So that's a massive plus as well. I'll come across cutting too much of that corner. Lose too much time in sector 3.
Okay, test complete, and that was a very good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that.
Okay, so I had to beat a 122.0. I did a 121.3. So I'm probably going to need to find a low. I'm probably going to need to find about 4/10 to qualify on pole, I think.
We're low on fuel. Box in the next 2 laps, please.
Damn. Energy store and my turbocharger already at 6%. And we only had to practice 3.
Come in this lap, please. Box this lap.
I think I've only done about... How many laps have I done? About 16 laps, I think. I'm going to have to make sure I focus on the durability side as well. 6% already though. That can't be right, surely.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Yes, Jeff, I'm in, look. So, the MG reaches 4%, energy store 6%. CE, control electronics, they were at 4%. K was at 4% as well. But no, I absolutely...
Less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is empty.
I thought you was going to give me premium information, Jeff. I'm already in the pits, mate. But yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I absolutely love the F1. And yeah. On Friday though, I will be streaming Dirt. I know
So far, our fastest lap.
a friend of mine, Connor Speed 6, he had early access to it. He had it today actually. I've not seen any of the footage yet. I've not seen any of his vids yet. I'm waiting. I like to play games that I'm going to get, games I'm going to buy. I like to wait until I've played it to then go and see what others have done. I don't know if that's weird, but that's just me. I thought Norris was out on track. No, he's not. Okay, so I'm happy with the 121.3. Could have been better. Probably will be better with the, like I said, we've got the extra engine mode and in qualifying, and also, you know, you can have as many runs as you want, burn off all the fuel and then just have one last run. I need Norris to go a little bit faster though. He can be in the top 10 at least. See, Bottas, mind. And Hamilton. That Alpha Tauri, Kvyat has been fast. He has been really fast. But, you know, I've said it before. I'll say it again. You can't read too much into practice.
And with all the cars now over the line, let's see our
Practice
top
times.
3 again. Joker, Leclerc, and Max Verstappen. And that's it. Practice is officially over. Until next time, goodbye.
But that's still, you know, even finishing 15th is still enough to get my teammate into Q2. So, yes, mate, it was. You know, Raikkonen, wow, what a driver he is. You know, what an unbelievably good driver he is. You know, they call him the Iceman, don't they? Just got a lot of respect for Raikkonen as a driver, as a person. He just amazing. You know, could you imagine if Raikkonen was in the second Mercedes seat? I think Lewis would have a lot more. I don't think Lewis would have it as easy as he's had it. Yeah, if he only done a one more lap. But then, you know, it's difficult, isn't it, when you can't predict like what happens. You know, I felt sorry for Gasly yesterday. You know, P4 in qualifying, and then he gets to the grid, and then his engine is leaking. Yeah, mate. I felt really bad for him as well. You just felt that the moment he spun was, well, the moment his contract was denied for next season. And the problem is, even though he's part of the Red Bull driver program, there is, you know, if they replace Albon, that means that either Gasly or Kvyat are going to have to go out of AlphaTauri. There is rumours that Kvyat is gone anyway, with Yuki Tsunoda taking his seat. But if Tsunoda is already taking Kvyat's seat, so then that means that there's two drivers in AlphaTauri, and then if Hulkenberg or Perez goes to Red Bull, and if Helmut Marko has his way, it's going to be Hulkenberg, then Albon is out of F1 altogether, and that would be a shame in itself. Look how good Gasly has done since he was dropped. Yeah, I was saying previously that when the reason why they are going, or they want to go with Hulkenberg because over Perez, even though Perez brings a lot more money, is because when Ocon burst onto the scene at Racing Point, Sergio Perez couldn't handle the younger driver getting the better of him, and Marco, I specifically remember one race in Singapore, I think, where Perez just literally does a Grosjean Magnussen, clatters into Ocon, and it was completely Perez's fault. Perez is going through a rough time at that period, and yeah, and he tried to blame Ocon when it was completely Perez's fault. So they reckon that if they sign Nico Hülkenberg has got a better head or leveler head on his shoulders and can take being beaten week on week by the likes of Verstappen. But I genuinely think if you give Hülkenberg a car like the Red Bull car, I don't think he is going to be like Albon or Gasly. I think he will give Max a really good going. Absolutely. And I truly believe, I honestly believe that you get one shot. You get one shot, one chance with Marco, and if you blow it, I genuinely believe there is no way back. I mean, look what happened at the weekend. You had all the talk, all the rumour of Albon still. They need a driver that can help Max.
If you need to find someone,
yeah,
fine.
Gasly finishes P4, qualifies P4. You know, Albon P7. And you'd think he's still part of the program, so why ain't he having a shot? But I genuinely believe, mate, you're right. He's too much of an ego, too much of a power trip type of person, and I can't see Gasly, Kvyat, even Albon, if Albon gets dropped, going anywhere near a Red Bull seat. I can't. And you know, you can only see with your own eyes, can't you? You know, your own eyes, they don't lie to you. Your own eyes see what they see. And, you know, you got Horner saying in one breath, oh, the door's always open, the door's always open. But then Horner is just a team principal, and Marco is more, well, he's the advisor to the owner, and I think their friendship outweighs, you know, Horner as a team principal. And I think, unfortunately for those guys, there's just no way back. I think the only way that they would be able to go and maybe come back is if one or two new teams came into the sport and they did what Braun did back in 2009, and, you know, get a driver like Gasly or Albon or Kvyat, they win a championship and then get re-signed. But what's the chances of something like that happening these days? I'd love to see one or two new teams come into the sport. Really would. I read a rumour that, I read something the other day that the ex CEO of HRT was looking at rejoining F1. That would be amazing. Chances of it happening though? Slim. I think I've knackered this lap up. I don't think I'm quick enough. Oh, definitely not now. That's okay. Have to go again. Car will be a bit lighter now anyway, so I'll have that's what happens when you hit track limits. Seem to do all right throughout practice and whatnot, and keep it well within the boundaries. Come to quali and then blow it.
There's only one lap of fuel remaining.
Shh, Jeff. Shush, 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 shush. I wish, you know, you can speak commands, or if you had a Connect, for obviously I'm using Xbox. If you had the old equipment, the Connect sensor, you can actually speak commands to Jeff. I wish Codemasters would hurry up.
You've just put in the fastest lap? Good.
And fix that. You know, so you can use your headset to say, Jeff, just shut up. Rather than, I mean, I know there is...
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
I know there is, where is it? Engineer quiet, there it is. But you have to go through the second sub-menu to find that.
Hitting this lap then, come into the pits at the end of this lap.
But yeah, like I said, I've played the F1 games for a long time. And the Kinect was around when the 360, was around. And the fact that the Xbox One has been out for 5 or 6 years, and yet you still, and it still says about there's still a notice. There's still a sign that comes up in the bottom left-hand corner about plugging in a Kinect sensor to talk commands, and you just think, what? Really? Codemasters still haven't fixed that. I'm in low power mode now, anyway. I'm happy with the 120.7. I said I'm going to need a high, might even need a low. I don't know, I think a 120.7 might just be enough. What up, Styles? How you doing, mate? Welcome. Welcome. How you doing? But yes, on the subject of Gasly, the only person in that team safe is Verstappen. And that's it. And I think Verstappen is being eyed as a Lewis Hamilton replacement at Mercedes. Yes, mate, I'm very well. I'm very good, thank you. I'm just enjoying the new season of my team.
So far, our fastest lap is a 120.7.
And yeah, just chilling. Alice. Me? Mate, I couldn't replace the T-Boy at Red Bull, let alone an F1 driver. I got no chance, mate. No chance at all.
We're 22nd in the speed trap, 204
Me replace
miles per
Albon.
hour.
Honestly, Alice, you to make me laugh, mate. I couldn't even make tea. Okay, so if Bottas is already doing the high 120s, he's probably going to have about half a second, so I'm going to need to go faster. and the where I lost all my time was set 3 yet again.
There's only a few cars out on track. We should consider getting out there.
It's going to be close. Pole, well, the fight for pole is going to be close, but Red Bulls are close as well, mind. Look at my teammate, Orlando Norrie. Is this going to be the first time that both my cars have been into Q2? I hope so. I really do. Been waiting for this moment for a long time. Who's out on track? Just car science. How you doing though, Ellis, mate? It's 26.4, 26.7, 26.9. Verstappen, if Albon Verstappen's got a long way to go. Mind Verstappen can improve. I mean, where's Hamilton? Oh wow, okay. Hamilton last in Q1. Wow. That's really bizarre to see Hamilton so far on the grid. But then Hamilton didn't win last season. It was Bottas. Bottas claimed the title. Claimed P4 in the Constructors, which was really awesome. I don't think... No, I'm not going back out again. Just going to forward this and just hope that I can stay where I am. I want to double check on my teammate actually before I fast forward it. See if I can ride on board, see how he does. He's P8 at the minute with a 121.8. I don't know if you can see that because of the camera, where the camera is, but I'm a tenth and a bit in front of him. 1 full tenth. 1 full second rather.
If you want to know specific information or make certain changes to the car during a pit stop, you can tell me what you want over the radio. Press and hold the radio button to activate the system, and you can either speak the command or select it manually from the radio screen that will appear on the multifunction display. While the radio is active, cycle through command groups with the MFD button.
See, and that's another thing. Going back to the what I just said about the Connect. You can't speak the command because, and you know, Connect is old technology, and not a lot of people have them. They don't. Fair play though, Alice. You do. You drive really well, mate. So what? You should replace him, I think. I couldn't even be a Red Bull T-boy. So we got 1 for Q1, Q2, Q3, and then Q3. I might even try and qualify. No, I'm not. I'm not going to use them. Because if Bottas is that close to me...
So far, our fastest lap is a 1 minute 20.7.
Is anybody going out yet? Come on, come on. Just want to see how my teammate does. At least I know I've got the tyres for it anyway.
We're 22nd in the speed trap, 204.7 miles per hour.
I don't understand why I am so slow in the speed trap. Is there no one going out yet? Let's forward it a little bit. There we go. Hamilton's gonna have to go out there and do a okay, my teammate didn't even come back out. Oh, well, that sucks. Fast forward that then. Oh, yes, yes, yes. 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 Finally. Finally made it into, 2 cars made it into Q2. Yes. And if that's anything to go by, we might make Q3 yet. You spent $60 on a Mercedes mask. Wow. Wow. I think my wife, she's getting me the Mercedes hat and t-shirt. I think $60 in pounds is about 50 quid. Yeah. That is for a mask, when like you can pick, I know in the UK you can pick masks up for like 2 or 3 quid. Wow. That is really expensive, mate. Really expensive. They're nice, don't get me wrong. I mean, and the fact that where I am in Wales, we're in a 2nd week of a lockdown. But England have just gone in, or just about to go into another month lockdown. But for the same price, like I said, my wife, I think for Christmas, she's bought me a hat and a t-shirt for the same price. Yeah, Rebel, they do seem to be a bit more... Definitely done. Absolutely done. That really expensive. I remember looking at needed a raincoat a few years ago. I was looking at the F1 merchandise, and back then, like, the coats were really, really, really expensive. You know, for what the coat was, mega expensive. It was like nearly, it was like 300 quid, and that was back then. And it was only like it wasn't a proper warm coat. It was just like, I don't know what you guys would call them, being from the States, but it was just like it's like a poncho type waterproof Mac, really. 300 quid. Just think, wow. Okay, so who is behind me? I think that's Verstappen. Okay, so these are going to be the set of tyres that I start the race on, providing I don't stuff it all up. Yeah, it is Verstappen. Oh, I think I might know why I'm a lot slower than the other drivers at the end of that speed. At the end of that speed zone. Yeah. Look across. Look. I seen you while you guys was reading. Look across, and then bosh. I don't know how many times I gotta do it to myself before I learn not to. I don't think I'll ever learn. But that's what happens. I just took my eyes off it for a second. I haven't seen my set of 1 or set of 2 go purple yet, so somebody is definitely out there faster than me. Come on. Hamilton. What time did if I did a 1:21.3, what did he do?
So, just ahead of us in this session at the moment are Hamilton, and we're in front of Verstappen, Sainz, and Gasly. The fastest lap at this point in time is a 1:21.3.
Yeah, I know my time. I wanted to find out what Hamilton's time was. That's okay though.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Oof, Albon's on a quick one. Oh yeah, so he was. Cheers, Ty. See, I'm looking across again, and I shouldn't be. That's how I just crashed the first time. Yeah, it's time showing now. Yeah, if I didn't have to use these tires as the race tires, I would have gone again. But I'm quite happy to. Well, I'm quite happy where I am at the moment. Unless they start dropping in times that are literally going to obliterate me, I'm going to have to go again. Vettel, mind. Vettel's there. Yeah, mate. I tell you what, I need one. I really do. I like being the old engineer. I really enjoy it. But no, you're right. That corner and the traction, it's difficult anyway. But as I just looked across, and it happens. It really does. It really annoys me though when I make a mistake, because like when you're racing multiplayer, when you're racing online, you can't, if you make a mistake,
Our best lap so far is a 1 minute.
It's game over.
21.3.
when I make a stupid mistake like I did, it really winds me up. Okay, that's not what was it? 2/10. As long as nobody goes 2/10 fast, you know. It's a bit odd how we all did a 120 lap and now we're only doing a 121 lap. But then I did a 120 and I literally had low fill. Really had low fill. I'm happy with that lap. I think that should be enough to see me into Q3. Norris is going to have to go again.
We're 16th in the speed trap, 204.5 miles per hour.
I hope Norris is going again. I really do, because that's another thing. He was P9 in Q1. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. He managed to get himself out of.
Now, we've all done a lot of work for this circuit on the simulator, but nothing beats real data. Bear in mind the car's capability changes based on track conditions, so your reference points may not always be in the same place.
Alright, let's get time going a little bit, make the cars back up on track and see if Norris comes back. He's going to have to, surely. Yeah, he's out. Okay, so let's jump on board with my teammate Lando Norris. What's the last 149? Yeah. No, it does not. I don't like using them. I don't like using flashbacks. But without them, you said I'd be screwed. I really would. Okay, so he's 16th. And basically, he needs to find half a second and hope nobody else improves. Right, here we go. You're not going to see his all. Yeah, definitely, mate. Another thing I wish they did with this game, it's like when you get other drivers who are F1 drivers to be your teammate, I wish that they were in press conferences as well, and then you can see what they were saying. So like if one of them slates the car, or if one of them praises the car, or one of them, you know, says you've done a good job, I'd love to see that. Like they did in 2019 with you know, Devon Butler and Lucas Weber. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So he found it. He did. He was close though. Wow. Okay. So we're going to need probably a mid 120 to take pole. Should be alright. he says. Let's make sure I got the right tyres on. Yep. Let's go.
All personnel aware.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and do 2 laps. 2 laps on this set. Come back in. Switch to the other set, and then wait a little bit. Try and build a little bit of a gap. Be amazing to get double points for the team. I really would. I'm a second driver last season, didn't get any points at all. Okay, 2 laps. Let's see what we got. Come on, Bottas, move. Thank you. Okay, pit will set there. So far, so good. Pit will set at 2. Too deep. Fuck. That's gonna cost me. Come on. So I'm talking about. I think I might improve where I went too deep into that one corner.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Death. No, that's done it. That really has done it for me, I think. That's no. Damn it. Wow. A 120.3. Yes. I'm happy with that. I think that will be enough. I think that's going to be enough. I hope it's going to be enough. Cheers, mate. I think that's going to be enough. Probably could have... I think if I hadn't gone too deep into that one corner, I think maybe I would have been a high 119. Maybe. It just didn't seem to flow well enough. We'll see. I will switch to the last set because this was saying that this tyre says, yeah, even this tyre is saying I can go a tenth. What's it saying? Yeah,
The
you go
car
a
settings
tenth
screen
quicker.
on your
So
multi-function display will allow you to change various settings as you drive. Open the display with the MFD button. You can then navigate up and down to the setting you want to change.
I'm losing so much time in sector 3. And that's where they're
Best lap
catching
so
me, the
far is
Mercedes
at
cars.
1:20.3.
Because if I had the difference between myself and Hamilton in sector 3, I would be in a I would be in the high 119s.
We're 8th in the speed trap, 204.7 miles per hour.
Don't know where I can find the speed in sector 3 though. I really don't. I really don't. Not sure at all. Let's have a look. I think I'm losing the speed on the last 2 corners. The slow left-hander and then the long right-hander onto the long straight. That's where I'm losing it. The more speed, the most time. Definitely. I'll wait for that. I've got 3:45 and then we'll go out. Try and improve. The fact that I've lost so much in sector 3, I don't know. Look, top 3, I'll be happy with that.
I know the team back at the factory put in a lot of hours getting the car ready for you this weekend. Let's repay them with a strong performance. All set. Everyone clear?
I'm trying my best, Jeff. Trying my best. Let's see what we can do. I'd love to drop a 119. Show a lot of progress. But I know for a fact where this car was at the start of last season to where this car is now. They are absolutely polar opposites. So I really am happy. Here I went too deep, this corner there. not too bad this corner, it's these next ones. This one is where I'm losing a lot of time. And then this one. If I can nail those last two corners, I think I'll have the difference. Come on. I did, it felt so slow getting away from that then.
Thirty seconds left in the session.
I have enough time to go again. Come on, come on. Okay, so I've improved. Not enough. It's too much of a lock-up. I don't know. Let's see. Clock watching. Yeah, I'm not going to find 2.5 tenths. Saved it. Damn. You still haven't got to use these tyres. Oh, I say no, they're not that worn anyway. If it was real life, it would have been flat spotted and ruined. I think I'm on pole for the race anyway. I'm mega happy with that. Absolutely mega chuffed. The fact that I found that much time in this car to put it where it is. And then my teammate as well making it into Q3. That's a massive reward and a massive plus in itself. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Love it when a plan
Qualifying
comes
finished,
together.
it's time to remind ourselves of our top three. Joker, Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas. With qualifying wrapped up, we now have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race.
Yes. All right. We've got a lot of work to do, and Lando's got a lot to improve on. But yes. Finally pays off. Tom, how you doing, buddy? That's what I need. How you doing though, mate? No, my luck now. I'll put it on pole and then as long as Verstappen stays away from me, especially after what he did to me in Abu Dhabi, I'll be happy. I'll be alright. Finally got a teammate into Q3 as well, Tom, which is nice. Well chuffed with that session, I'm not gonna lie.
All right, I think we can call that a successful qualifying. We should be in with a good chance in the race.
I hope so, Jeff. Ready to do. Yeah, Carl. Yeah, okay. Da, 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 da. Just go and get it on. Bring it on. I gotta be honest, I think this as a circuit, Albert Park as a season opening circuit, I think it's a decent circuit. Absolutely really good circuit to open on. I mean me personally, I'd love to see Spa. I'd love to see Spa open on, Spa close on. I really would, but you can't. I think I'm not fast on Bahrain, not because it turns 9, 10 and 11.
It's finally time once again to begin what promises to be another thrilling season of Formula One action. Pre-season times, subject of so much discussion in recent weeks, mean nothing now, as the cars line up to battle it out for points once again. So let's get this season underway. Welcome to the Australian Grand Prix. The Melbourne circuit is certainly one that needs to be taken seriously. Its combination of slippery surfaces and difficult corners make it a tricky track when it comes to overtakes. Drivers find it hard to pass and will need to take full advantage of those DRS zones if they want to have any hope of breaking through. A new season then, a clean slate where anything could happen. Anthony Davidson is with me today as we get another year of Formula One underway.
We're into those tense few minutes before the first race then. Everyone's a little bit nervous about reliability. They haven't been running in the hot, turbulent wake of other cars in practice, and they've not been pushing at 100% for long durations. Let's hope no one has to deal with any nasty surprises.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Joker lines up on pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Bottas, Verstappen, Sebastian Vettel, and Leclerc, Albon, Ricciardo, Norris, and Jordan King, Sainz, Perez, Lance Stroll, and Kvyat, Gasly, Giovinazzi, Kevin Magnussen, and Nicholas Latifi, Russell, Ocon, Raikkonen, and Nick de Vries. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
Imagine taking them to take a grid penalty. First race this season. Damn. That's unfair. And very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. You take care though, Don.
Let's convert this pole position into a win today. Good luck.
I will try. I will try. Okay, let's sort this field out in the car. That'll do for me.
We're not seeing any technical issues coming off the practice start. Watch the RPM on the full start. We don't want to bog down.
Better ask him about the weather as well.
No rain expected. No rain expected for the time being. Dries seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
You think?
No threat of rain for the time being. Conditions looking good.
Cheers, Jeff. Thanks, mate. Come on, fronts. Can't get my fronts to warm up. Come on, fronts. Come on. Right, rear has gone off as well. Cold. Okay. Come on. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
The rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
Here goes. Locked up really bad then. Nowhere to go. I didn't let him get away with that though. Don't know where Bottas thinks he's going, but he ain't getting past me.
Okay, the start was fine. Let's try and move forward.
Damn. Okay. So I need to try and pull away from Bottas a bit. The good thing is with Lewis though, I know he uses, or the AI, they tend to use all the ERS deployment very early on. And a huge lockup. So just need to get away from Bottas. Settlers everywhere. know how he's doing it, but he's doing it.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up.
So yeah, the only other
The car
thing.
behind has started to drop back. There's a gap beginning to form.
So the only other thing I've got now in my arsenal is maybe trying.
Are you all right? Engine off. Engine off.
What I was going to say, the only other thing I've got in my arsenal now is to try the undercut. I don't know what happened. It's not as if my tyres are, you know. It's really annoyed me. It's not as if my tyres are even overly worn. Just at a DRS for this one. Yeah, so I think the only chance I've got now is getting the undercut or overcut. It's nice that I've managed to pull a gap from Bottas, but unfortunately I'm not going to be able to stick with Lewis. When my tyres go off, they seem to just drop off a cliff, whereas obviously the Merc car in front, well, it's the Mercedes, isn't it?
A new strategy is available on the MFD. We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums.
So that means when Jeff drops that, it means I got 2 laps. Starting to pull away a little bit. The only other thing I could do is come in the end of next lap. Set the 3-way. I'm having the most pain for sure.
We're leading our teammate by 9.0 seconds. Right, come in at the end of this lap.
Don't know if that's going to do me any good, but right at this moment in time, that's all I can do, unless he comes in as well and I stay out, and hopefully he'll get stuck in a lot of traffic and I'll have a lot of clean air. But he's 2 seconds down the road now, and let's see what happens. Didn't have that stupid lock up.
We're boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can.
Okay.
Lando is in the pits. Lando in the pits.
Hamilton's coming in this lap, definitely. So I've lost 4/10 to him again this lap. Okay, doing it.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
This is the only chance I've got, getting in, getting out. Oh, come on. That's what happens when you've got a long pit zone as well. Come on, 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 come on.
Exit, exit now.
There he is. Not going to do it.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this
Damn it.
compound.
Okay. He might get held up, mind. So let's just hope that happens, eh? It's my race to lose. And and I lost it with that lockup. I didn't have such a big lockup into turn 1. But it's all good. Much better position than where we started last season. Last season I finished Australia P8. So it's just a shame that those drivers in front have peeled away and didn't hold them up for longer. But it's not over.
You've moved into P2. That's P2 now. Okay, the gap behind is 7.4 seconds.
It's not over until it's over. Just need to look at way better to spend the next load of R&D points. It's probably tyres, tyre wear.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Getting to know the circuits a bit better as well, because like I said, I seem to be losing a lot of time to Hamilton in sector 3. So maybe in future I'll look at a different strategy. Wherever the Merc cars are on, try and do the opposite, like try and qualify in or P2 quali on the medium tyres. At least now I'd be on the softer tyre, hunting him down rather than trying to stick with him. Although I have taken quite a bit out of him actually. Taking a second out of him. I think I'm catching him as well. Yeah, so
Gap to teammate behind is 18.5 seconds.
next time I'm going to have a look at we're at Bahrain. See what Lewis does and do the opposite, I think. Gonna run out of time. It's 2.4.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
run out of laps. It's okay though, it'll be 19 points as long as he doesn't get the fastest lap away from me. Dark clouds, probably start raining as well. Verstappen, did I just see Verstappen out as well then? Shame it couldn't have been Lewis out in front, eh?
Keep managing your tyres. Manage your tyres.
What are you saying to me, Jeff?
Caution, caution.
That should be a safety car.
Green flag.
What's Jeff whinging about? My tyres are fine. Yeah, it's safe to say that Hamilton, he's in the distance now, he's in the wind. Start turning everything down and it's just one race. Another 21 to go after
There's
this.
only one lap of fuel remaining. This is your final lap of the race.
Got enough of a gap over Vettel. Bottas. You find that I find that a lot, mind, with this game. You get away from the pack, and then you always get that one driver that is like super quick. I mean, last season it was Bottas. It appears that this season it must be Hamilton. No, I'm happy with this result. I'm happy with this season, start of this season, for sure. Now I've got the fastest lap as well. Yes!
Can't complain about that one. That was an excellent drive.
Hey gamer, how you doing, mate? Copper? Thank you very much. Esteban Ocon driver of the day.
Another superb Australian Grand Prix comes to an end, and it's a thoroughly deserved victory. Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
I'd say it was down once again to good, consistent driving, nailing the corners, working to the track conditions, and perfecting the team's strategies. They got all of these things right today, and the results speak for themselves.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again.
Yes.
So, let's review the drivers' standings. Lewis Hamilton takes the lead of the Drivers' Championship. Now, let's discuss, Ant, who would you say is a contender for Driver of the Day?
Well, for me, it's got to be Lewis Hamilton. The multiple world champion may be the boring choice at this point, but you can't argue that he's a driver deserving of his reputation. It's got to be Lewis Hamilton. I mean, he pulled off some impressive feats out on the track today, even by his standards. I know that's at odds with the official decision, but I think they deserve some recognition on a day where both of these drivers are at the top of their game.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes move to the top of the table. Well, that was certainly an incredible weekend of racing. Be sure to join myself and Ant for more exciting Formula One action soon.
I'm absolutely ecstatic with that. P2, my teammate, he scored a point. Yeah, I can't argue with that. I'll rue the lock-up into turn 1 at the start after making a decent start and putting out the pole and whatnot, but I can't argue with that. And here's to many more. Now I know that I've got a car that can fight it with them. We just need to improve that car. And yeah, then I'll have a car to take it to them, and that is what I am looking for. But this has been Australia. I've been Jafmasterflash, and you guys, as always, have been awesome. I'll catch you in the next one, guys. You take care. And to those of you who sent messages and I didn't manage to get to them, I apologise, and I will definitely catch you in the next one. Peace.